folks, welcome back to the Comic Chronicles. It's been a while since I've actually done a Comic Chronicles video, but I thought today I would kind of do a tutorial video to show you how I do my storage and my sorting of my graphic novels and comics and things like that. A little bit of a just how-to video and how I do things like this. You know, as you know, I'm fairly new to comics, and I've collecting them. I just started collecting them, gosh, back since last winter. Yeah, we're coming up on a year since I've started collecting comics, and the main reason why I began to collect comics was because there's so much comic book media that's coming out, from TV shows to movies and animated films and things like that, and I want to keep up with this stuff, and where was the inspiration behind it? And of course, nowadays things change all the time, and they're changing some of the ways that they do characters, which is kind of controversial, where they're taking them in a direction that's, like, for instance, what they're doing with Superman. I don't know if that's exactly the best way to go with Superman, but it's DC's property. That's what they're going to do. But that being said, I want to talk about storage and maintaining quality of these books when you're collecting them. Now, there's a couple things I do. Now, how you want to protect your books is entirely up to you. This is just what I do, and you may disagree with me, but I'm just going to do what I do. You do what you do. One of the things I do get is, now I order these online through Amazon. It's a package of polypropylene, polypropylene bags. Now I tend to get the book bags, and doesn't matter what I'm using it for, comics or not. They do make some for comics and magazines specifically, but I prefer to get the book bags, because mostly I'm collecting is graphic novels, not individual issues necessarily, but I get mostly the graphic novels and things like that, where they put all those issues together in one big book, because that's the storyline that they're going with. But yeah, and the reason why I go with the book bags is because, well, as you can see, they vary in size. Like, here's Wonder Woman Dead Earth, and it's fairly a good sized book, as opposed to this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, which is about the size of a thick magazine. And yeah, it's just it just varies in size. And then you get, here's an Amazing Spider-Man. It's like a thick book, and yeah, you have different shapes and sizes of these books. So I just settled with these polypropylene book bags. Now, another thing I do is I use Velcro to form a seal, and I'll show you what I do here. Is I take a book, I take a bag, and I don't know if this one's going to fit. We'll see. Fits nicely. Okay, just fits nicely into the bag. Now, see the flap up here? Now, I already have a piece of Velcro cut here. Sometimes, they do make they do sell them in little squares like this or similar to that, but other times like you get big old pieces of Velcro. You may have to cut them, into squares, and which simply can be done by taking a good pair of scissors and cutting them into squares. So yeah, so I've got one already cut because it was left over from last time, and they put a piece of film on the back of each side, and this is what I do is sometimes it's tricky to get the film off. There, finally got that off, that side off, and I take and put it on, you can see this top portion right here, and I do it on a flat surface so that way it sticks properly. And of course the other side, you got to peel the film off there too. Yeah, got the other piece off, and I just take it and fold it, stick it down real good. So it forms just like that. And if I want to read the book, all I have to do is just do that, and voila, here we go. So yeah, so that's one book. As you can see, I've got a whole pile of them here, and so and I haven't done an update of what I've gotten here, so I'm just going to show you what I've got right here. So like I showed before, we got Wonder Woman and Dead Earth. That's from the DC Black Label, which tends to be their more adult-oriented stories. DC, formerly known as Vertigo Comics, they replaced it with DC Black Label. And then the next here is Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics. It's a collection of some of the Turtles' famous comics and their stories and whatnot before the movies and maybe during the movies. This is from the IDW Publishing, who owns the rights to the Turtles. And then we got, now these next two are kind of interesting. Both stories are titled the same, but we have Batman and Robin, Death of the Family, and then we have Batman, Death of the Family. Two different stories, but yeah, two different stories, but same title. And then we got from Marvel's Select Edition, Thanos Rising, in a nice hardback cover. And then we got Iron Man, The End. And then we got Teenage Mutant Ninja. This is Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. And then we got Neil Gaiman and Andy Kubert, Batman, What Happened to the Caped Crusader, the Deluxe Edition. The Amazing Spider-Man. This is simply called Amazing Spider-Man. Try to get rid of that glare. Yeah. And we got from the DC Black Label, Batman, White Knight. And this one, this graphic novel, a friend of mine gave to me. It's the third in this whole series, and it's The Secret History. I don't know much about it. I've read a little bit of it, but I don't know what. And what this is all about. But yeah, I'll be looking to check that one out. So now I've shown you how I protect the books. Now let's go take a look at how I store the books. And you'll see what I've kind of done with the area. I have an own designated area for the graphic novels and the comic books. So let's switch to, I'm going to switch to the handy dandy iPhone, and we'll take a look around. So this is where I keep my comic books, and I keep them here in my bedroom, actually. Mostly where I do, here, let me turn around. Mostly where I do my other videos that's my movie room. Comics I'm putting here as a separate thing, and plus it's right next to the bed. If I want something to read at night before I go to bed, I got something I can reach around and grab. You know, but yeah, let's take a look here. As you can see, let's come to the top here. Kind of decorating it with some little bitty toys. I wish I had more Marvel stuff, but Marvel is a little bit more difficult to come by in terms of getting toys. The only thing I've got is this little bitty Captain America toy that I got at Big Lots for, you know, for $5. And then as you come here, as you can see, I have, this is all Batman. It's alphabetical, but also I keep the heroes together. I try to. But see, like here's Batman. Then we go into Catwoman. There's some Captain America. There's some other stories and stuff like that. Then there's Harley Quinn, Incredible Hulk, Joker, Justice League, so on and so forth. Yeah, then Supergirl. And down here we got Superman. And then, yeah, Wonder Woman. This is the only book so far I don't have in a bag about this Wonder Woman commemorative book. Because it's just so darn big. That's why. And then in there with the Watchmen, with a whole nother bookshelf for more books. Now, these bookshelves, they are about $40 at Lowe's. They're not that expensive, but also you got to be careful with the amount that you put in the shelf, because it doesn't tend to, you know, like the little buttons and stuff doesn't tend to sit very well. I end up having to use a screw to make sure it stays put. So yeah. Not only that, to complete the ensemble, we got some decorative stuff here that I got from Hobby Lobby. A couple banner, I don't know what you call them, but they're like banners or some wall decor, you know, of some DC characters right there, and then Marvel characters right below it. And then we got Wonder Woman, the beautiful Gal Gadot right there. So yeah, got my own little comic room. Well, it's my bedroom, but right next to the bed. So that pretty much does it. As you can see how much the collection has grown quite a bit in you know, just within a year. It's addicting, man. It's really addicting. You know, I just started doing this, you know, just this year. So yeah, I'm in a whole hog. Help me. But yeah, so from me to you, see you later.